Hi everybody, thank you for joining me again on another... Hi everybody, how you doing? Thank you for joining me on another video today. Some of you may remember me talking about my camper van and, you know, the issues I've had getting it on the road and me wanting to get it sorted and up and running, etc. over the last sort of like 6 months to a year. Finally, that day has happened. The van has now an MOT, so it is now legal to drive on the road and everything is cool. Yeah, I think I'm on my second or third day of using it. It's just great to have it back. It's really exciting for me. Yeah, had a lovely day yesterday. Came down to the New Forest with my youngest daughter Tasha, and we had a really nice day. We just spent a day sat in the van, chatting, setting up the internet, setting up the TV, various different things really, making sure everything was working. Cooked some nice bacon sandwiches, which was lovely, and just had a really peaceful, nice day. So today I'm out and about in the van again. I've come back to the New Forest again today, and I'm going to head down to the beach in a little while, but I'm going to have a cup of tea here. I'm going to do a little tour around the van and let you see what it's like. And yeah, hopefully there'll be a lot more videos to come of me and the van. And I have booked a couple of nights away next week, and I'm going to have a couple of days in Brighton where I can have a mooch around. But anyway, yeah, today I'm in the van. It's sunshine here in the UK today. It's quite mild actually. We've had storm something over the last few days. I don't know what they call them anymore. But yeah, so I'm going to give you a quick tour around the van. Excuse the mess if there's any messy bits in it. It's very much a work in progress at the moment and getting used to using it again. And yeah, just working out how everything works and where everything's going to be best suited to be placed where it is, if that makes sense. So yeah, just a little tour around. It's not perfect yet, but you know, it's starting to feel like home. So it's a 1998 Fiat Ducato. This area here that you can see would have been bench seating, what they called a U-shaped lounge. I just found it really hard work making up the bed every night, and you know that the original cushions are not particularly comfortable to lay on. You end up with gaps in between them, and I decided to buy a double mattress. So I've got a double bed mattress there, and that is now a fixed permanent double bed, which is really nice, really comfortable, and yeah, I'm really happy with that. And then I just have a nice little seating area there, which is quite cute. I don't know whether you can see. Under the bed, I have some storage, and that goes right back to the back of the van. I don't know whether you can see that. Under there, I have my Bluetooth power pack, which is what I'm going to use for kind of off-grid sort of stuff and stuff like today when I'm at the beach for the day or whatever, and I need power and to charge up things like phones and laptops. And right at the back under the bed, I have my kayak, which is just there in case of emergencies, in case we get floods. And I mean, they've been happening everywhere else lately, haven't they? So I have got the kayak in the back just in case I need it. So, I mean, I've got pretty much everything I need in here to be self-sufficient, to be perfectly honest. So I have the double bed there. As you can see, I've got my guitar. I have TV, and really nice TV. I have internet access, Wi-Fi access, so I can watch YouTube, I can watch Netflix and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of this stuff is not sorted out properly yet. And like I say, I'm still trying to find homes for it. Under the seat here, and I'm not going to take all this off, is the boiler and the water tank. So that's for the hot water and for the shower and for the sink unit. So I have a cupboard in here which is just full of junk at the moment. It's actually a wardrobe, but I've just got it full of junk. I have my life jacket in there in case I need to use my kayak. And then down here we have a gas fire, so it stays nice and toasty and warm. I am thinking about installing a diesel heater for when I'm wild camping. So I have some other heat apart from having to rely on LPG, I suppose. I think it's called LPG, isn't it? The gas bowls. I think we used to call them Calagas, but or whether that's something completely different, I don't know. So, but that would just having the diesel heater in here would just give me another backup option. So if I ran out of gas, I could use the diesel heater. But it's just finding the right one for me, really. Finding one that's really nice and quiet to be in the van, because some of them can be a little bit noisy. And then I come down, I have my little kitchen area, and I have a 3-ring hob. I think it's 3-ring. There's not a ring there, is there? No, 3-ring hob, which is fine. There's plenty, isn't it? And an oven there, and also a grill. Have a fridge there, which, yeah, I'm not going to show you in there because I haven't really got anything in there at the moment, to be honest. And under here, this lifts up, and this is my sink that needs a clean, and there I have, if I lift that up, that has a draining board there as well, so perfect for washing up. Here I have, and this still needs some work doing, still need to tidy it up a little bit and do a little bit of tidying. It's quite dark in here because I've got the roof vent shut, but this is the little shower room, and so I have the shower room, a sink there for brushing my teeth, and a shower and toilet. It's all quite basic, but you know, it's yeah, it's quite nice. It's perfectly usable anyway, which is the most important thing. And so it's a 26-year-old van, so it's not going to be high tech and modern. But this is the other double bed, so it's a full berth, which is perfect. And most of the time, it will probably be only me anyway. So, and then the cab. I'm going to get outside and do a little video from outside. Yeah, so this is the outside of the van. Obviously, as you can see, you'd never have guessed that, would you? It is a little bit tatty. It's a little bit run down in places. It still needs some work doing, but there's plenty of time for that, isn't there? You know, now she's on the road and up and running, I could do work on her as and when, really. So, yeah, as you can see, that goes into the back. So I'm here in the New Forest again today, and I'm very close to Bewley train station. So the train station is just over the road. It's absolutely stunning here today, and the sun is coming through the trees, which is gorgeous. As you can see, it's very, very waterlogged. That's how much rain we had. That was just overnight, because it wasn't actually like this yesterday. It was really quite dry here yesterday. So that rain has come overnight, I'm afraid, and the wind's getting up a little bit. But yeah, it's really lovely. And as you can see there, inside the van again. So all these car parks in the New Forest are absolutely beautiful. They're really nice, but unfortunately you can't stay in them overnight. You're not allowed to sleep here. They lock the gates, put the barriers across, I think, and lock the gates, so you can't actually stay here overnight or camp here, which is a shame, but I completely understand, because I'm going to turn the camera around now, and this is what I pulled up to this morning, and this is the sort of thing you find. So stuff like that, and people just leave their litter, leave their glass bottles, and you know, to get broken, to get smashed. But yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. There's a really nice pub, restaurant over the road, and a hotel, I think. And then there she is, the van. So big old lump of a van, really. Not the easiest thing to drive around all the time, but you know, it's just really nice to have her back on the road and working and running. So as you can see, I've got a bike rack on the rear of the van. I have no bike to go on it at the moment. So if there are any specifically electric bike manufacturers out there would like to send me an electric bike to do a nice review video on, I would be extremely grateful. I did used to have a push bike that used to go on the back, but due to my leukemia now, I get tired quite quick, and I think some of the places that I'm going to go to, that I'll be going to, I will really struggle to cycle. I think an electric bike would be perfect for that. So if anybody would like to send me an electric bike, you know, maybe I could do a review on it, and that'd be fantastic, and we could both benefit from that. So, but anyway, yeah, so like I say, I'm here today. Just going to chill out a little bit today, and yeah, just do a bit of work on this video. I'm going to film a little bit. I'm going to go for maybe a walk in up through the forest in a minute and do a little bit of filming there. Then I'm probably going to pack up here and head down to Cowshot Beach, which is where I went in one of my previous videos, and myself and Tash went there yesterday, and it's a really nice place to sit and watch the ocean. And it was really rough yesterday. It was so windy because of the storm, but it was actually too windy to stay there, and we actually felt at one stage that the van may tip over. So we left there pretty sharpish. So I'm going to go back there today, have a cup of tea there, and I'll have a bit of lunch there later on, and yeah, continue the video. But apologies for not being back on again for a couple of weeks, really. Yeah, I think I've just been trying to wait for life to settle down a little bit, really, and it's starting to settle down a bit now, I think. You know, my main priority over the last few weeks, above everything else, was because of the situation with the van, was trying to get the van on the road. It was at a stage where it was, you know, very, very close to happening, and it just took that final push to get all the work done that I needed to get done and to do the work. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just delighted. I'm excited. I intend to use this van now to travel the country and maybe venture to other parts of Europe. So yeah, it's going to be van life, but not van life, because I'm not going to be living in the van at the moment anyway. That's something that may happen in the future, and it may be something that's forced on me. I don't know at the moment. And that was another reason why I was, really pushing to get this van done and finished, because having it up and running gives me another, a kind of backup plan, if that makes sense. So if things go wrong where I'm living now, nothing is permanent, is it, in life? So, we don't really know what's around the corner. So, my theory was to always have a backup plan. So, if that went wrong and I was, forced to move out of where I'm living at the moment, not through my choice, then I would have a backup plan and somewhere to go and to live temporarily until I can find a permanent solution. So that's what I'm going to do with this. But yeah, now I'm self-sufficient. I can do everything I need to do here, and I'm just going to kind of embrace it, enjoy it, and totally make the most of it. But anyway, how you all been doing? I hope you've all been doing okay. It's been a tough time, hasn't it, for a lot of people the last few months, I think. I think we've all been feeling the shift in the planet, I think, and the vibration of the planet. From my own perspective, I think things are moving forward now quite nicely. I'm sort of feel like I'm making progress with things. Things are moving on. It's beautiful, isn't it? The sun is so strong today. There's a lot of warmth in the sun, really, for November as well. So it's quite incredible. It's beautiful. The New Forest's history spans almost 1,000 years. It's even recorded in the Domesday Book in 1086. First recorded as Nova Foresta, the New Forest is the only forest that is described in detail. The New Forest is renowned for its expansive heathland, over 140 miles of picturesque forest trails, and free roaming ponies and deer. In 2005, it was named a national park to give the idyllic landscape the highest level of protection and preserve it for generations to come. Although I mentioned earlier that all the car parks in the forest itself are free to use, I understand there are plans ahead to bring in charges to use these in the future. I personally think this would be a really negative move. Many families who live in the city enjoy coming to the forest to enjoy outdoor activities with their children and friends. It seems nothing is free anymore. Monetising nature seems to me to be a sad way forward. So for me, I think everything that's happened over the last 18 months has obviously been a real challenge. And, some of the things that, I perhaps should have dealt with earlier have not, were not dealt with when they should have been. So, and this van is a classic example, really. I've had it, I think I've owned it about 11 years now, 10 or 11 years maybe, and used it for quite a bit at first, and then life kind of got in the way and we stopped using it, and it just sat there for probably the best part of, well, from before lockdown, really. You know, it was a difficult time, like it was for so many people. You know, my income had reduced drastically because prior to that, you know, I was working as a DJ, so I was losing income from that, and yeah, things just changed overnight, as they did for so many of us, and other things took priority. And for me now, you know, getting this back on the road signals another chapter in my life, really, and hopefully a more peaceful chapter and a more stress-free chapter. And it's really nice just to get out and about. Like you saw earlier, I was in the New Forest, and I'm still in the New Forest, but I'm actually at the beach in the forest, which is a bit strange, but that's how it kind of works here. So you know, 10 minutes away from where I was before, I'm now at the beach, and I have to say it's gorgeous here today. The sun is really warm through the windows of the van, and that's a really nice thing to feel that warmth on my bones, really. So it's quite welcome after the last week of weather that we've had here in the UK. So yeah, it's nice. So onwards and upwards for me, I think. I suppose the first one starts a week today when I go off on my first ever mini breakaway on my own, so to speak. So it's going to be a new experience for me. So yeah, I shall be sure to document it all. But yeah, I just want to say thank you for sticking by me. Thank you for the wonderful comments I get from people. I hope you realise how much those comments mean. You know, the really lovely comments that you leave about my condition, about how I'm trying to deal with it, and how I'm just dealing with life, really. And you know, I'm no different to anyone else. We all have the same kind of struggles, don't we? You know, so I just want to send out my love to you all. I want to say thank you so much for your support. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, I'm looking forward to my Brighton trip. So make sure you come along and join me. It's going to be fun. See you later. Take care.